In the music industry, Bobby Hustles do it all. So I don't want to just say that I'm a publisher. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really music to me is not one thing anymore. It's like being a media person because you got record label, you got management, you got artist development, you got advertising, marketing. It's just so much to the music industry because of where we at today. So my bread and butter is publishing. The reason why I became a publisher over everything else first is because the interaction with artists from the record label and management side is so hard. I go so hard that it be so much talented people that don't live up to the expectation, and I don't understand why. So I couldn't deal with people that have such an amazing talent that was given from God that don't go as hard as I do. So I had to do something in music that I didn't have to deal with pushing people. So I went into publishing, the collection of money. So I kind of get to see where the whole mechanism of how everything is up to you to get where you want to be. So I didn't have to deal with pushing an artist to go do a show, to go to the studio, because it's all up to them. And that pushed me away from being a manager, from being a record label, because it's a constant fight. So I became a publisher first. So then I went back into management, production company, and record label, and marketing because it was much easier because I had that foundation from publishing of dealing with the collection, and it was like I'm the only person that do what I do that I know of. And it's just a lot easier dealing with people because now I really kind of know everything is up to you as an artist, especially in the era that we're in right now. Like in this era of music, everything is up to the artist, how big they're going to be, how long they're going to last. Because of social media, you really get to see how hard an artist work. And it's like, it's not up to the record label. It's not up to the managers pushing you. It's up to you as an artist now. And people see it because they have to go on Instagram. They have to go on YouTube. They have to go on Twitter. They have to go on TikTok, especially TikTok now. People got to feel you in music. They can't just feel your music, your songs. They got to be able to feel you. You got to relate to your music. Like if you want to be a gangster rapper, you can't get lucky just as making a dope record. You got to be who you are. And if you wasn't who you are in your music, you have to become that person because people going to call you out. So the music today is so much different from when I started. Once again, everything lead back into how much you want it as an artist. If you want to be Kanye West, you want to be NBA YoungBoy, you want to be Lil Durk, or you want to be these top great artists, you got to get out there. And you got to be real to who you are. And that's why you kind of getting all of these beefs all around the country amongst each other, is because you talk that gangster shit, you got to live it. You know what I'm saying? If you talk that, yo, I'm rich and I got it, you could start off faking and making it on Instagram, but you got to show it. Somebody gonna call you out. They got people that go around and test your watch, your diamonds. They got people walking around on the street so they can put you on Instagram to test your jewelry. So you can't fake it. You can't, and if you do fake it, you're gonna get caught up. You gotta be who you are in music. That's why it's so right now R&B is not making it. Because in R&B, back in the days leading up, you had mostly songwriters writing the songs. So it was easy for an artist to go in that have the talent of singing to go in and sing a song. You know what I'm saying? But they necessarily didn't have to be that person. Today, if you write an R&B song, you got to feel that pain and you got to be able to express it because people are going to pull you out on Instagram. So that's why people don't get why R&B don't work. It's because the singers and the songwriters are two different people. And if you're not one, it's hard. Because the marketplace gonna find you and prove who you got to prove who you are. How I decided to get into music publishing is once again you got to prove it. I do everything when I'm publishing on results. You have to have placements. You have to have money in the pipeline for me to sign you. For me to give you 100,000, for me to give you 500, for me to give you $1 million, you gotta have it already in the pipeline for me to give it to you. I can't just go out and just say, yo, you dope. Because I don't know how dope you are if you can't show it to me. And today, once again, showing it to me, you gotta have the streams, you gotta have that pipeline of money. And how do you get that? You gotta work. Before, people used to take a chance on talent. And, to run a record label before, a major record label, it took like 4 artists to be out of 100 to make a record label pop. So record labels used to take a chance on so many people. Now, they don't. They just research you. If you don't got something going on, they ain't signing you. They don't care how talented you are. Either you got people that love you on Instagram, TikTok, or some kind of social media that people love you, or you got a record flying already. That's how you get signed. It ain't no guessing no more. There is. That's why hip hop is the number one genre of, in music, because you got so many artists. Because of I see the music industry constantly growing because of Instagram. Instagram, I mean social media, because the artists now are becoming their own record label, even if they're signed to somebody, because it's not up to the record label to get it popping. It's up to the artist. And if you a fame monster, you gonna work. You gonna put it in. Cause I don't even see the artist that's out there that's really looking for money. They're looking for the fame, and they get it on Instagram. They get it on TikTok. They get it on YouTube. They get it on all of the social platforms. So it could only grow. But the business part that is not going to be up to the record labels. It's going to be, remember that thing I told you about the managers? How the managers be able to exploit when the artists get big while they on Instagram. They got to get paid from Instagram. They got to get paid from TikTok. They got to get paid what they deserve on Spotify and YouTube. Because that circle of music is the internet. Think about it, right? What are the biggest things on the internet? Google, YouTube, Spotify, TikTok. Just think, TikTok is more used than Google. Google the number one search engine. And TikTok is actually bigger now. So the music industry is constantly gonna grow. And the managers have to be able to keep up and make sure that their artists get what they deserve.